What's up, guys? It's your boy Pxxxnda here, and I'm here with Toby, the GOAT, the Goon. We both got top 8. He got top 4. I got 5th place, top 8. No deck box for me. Unfortunate, but it's okay. It's a big break. We ended up using the same list thanks to Toby over here. I literally had 3 hours of sleep. I was cooked. He asked me in the morning on the way here. He said, "What's your list?" And I said, "I don't got one, brother." I'm like, cooked. And he's like, "Bro, don't worry. I only got 2 hours of sleep, and I got a list." It's that extra hour that counts. Anyways, we'll get straight into the profile. I just want to shout out Toby. I want to shout out all the homies. Shout out to AJ for getting top 8. Shout out to Mint for being here and supporting, giving me gum all the time. And yeah, obviously there's a lot more people. You have any shout outs?
I want to shout out my girlfriend for always being supportive. When I'm always grinding Yu-Gi-Oh! Instead of playing games with her. She like sits in VC with me. Shout out my friends at home, Test, Christian, Rudy, just mainly all of my friends. Jordan, Jacob at home. Shout out the Venusaur I pulled.
Venusaur.
It was my field center all day. It was the GOAT.
Hey, yo. And shout out to all the little pandas out there with the panda hats. Thanks for the support. I appreciate you guys. It's super sick, and I love seeing them out there. Got some brown ones coming too for Anaheim, so we'll get into that later. But let's get into the deck profile. Right away, I'm just going to show you guys pretty much the standard brick stuff that we played. This is pretty standard. A lot of people are cutting this to 1. Today we decided to go for 2. I actually really like the 2. How did you feel about it?
I just started out going second, like down to 1 or whatever. It's fine. Like when you go first, you really want to see it because I don't know. Some people still play Ogre. That's scary. Or like Bell.
Yeah.
Like if you only open like 1 name and like you open Surprise, that plays through like Bell by itself.
Yeah, so. And it's really cool because even playing like the 1 Surprise, if you're just playing 1, you can literally use it 2 times in 1 turn and then set it for the 3rd time with Ornari. Some people aren't playing Ornari either, but spoiler. Anyways, whatever. Obviously, the max out on the monsters, except for we got the 3 Starlights, and then the cookies. And then we played 2 Lolly. We felt like Lolly was the worst one. I honestly agree with that. I didn't really miss it. I think Lolly was just more of a kind of a cover, extra name for Obedience School if we did draw it. Lolly was actually pretty cracked, though. I'm not going to lie. When it came to being able to shuffle back, playing the Draco Tail matchup, or even the Mitsu matchup was crazy. Is that how you felt?
Yeah, for the most part, like, Lolly on your turn 1, you almost never need it. But, like, you can make Cupsy on your opponent's turn, put it up in Graveyard, just, like, depending on what your opening hand is and Yummy. And so, like, once you have Lollipop on your opponent's turn, that's when you really start getting Omega value on it. Because you mainly want to use it for the banish instead of the shuffle back, unless you're, like, shuffling back, like, your opponent's, like, Perulia or something and punishing them for, like, playing bad cards.
100% agree. I wouldn't change the monster lineup. I think the monster lineup is pretty neat.
I think it's pretty clean.
I will have to see how it goes going forward. But getting into the non-engine, we did play the 3 Fua, 1 Perulia. The 1 Perulia, I'm not going to lie, was weird to me. I really don't understand the explanation. I want to hear Toby, describe it. When I did see the 1 Perulia, though, it was cracked. It felt sacky, just like when you obviously draw Obedience School. But how did you feel?
So I wanted more cards that just punish my opponent when I go second. So, like there's a lot of Mitsu running around. Triff was like hyping up Sulfur, so I expected maybe like 1 or 2 people playing it. And so I just wanted another card that says draw a card when your opponent plays the game. And because Obedience School is only at 1, if you put really a opponent, depending on their hand, they have to give you at least 1 draw. So it upstart Goblins itself, and it makes it where a card later on in the deck, because you play 1 of it, you really want to minimize actually opening it going second. So playing 42 helps not actually drawing into it.
42 is kind of crazy, but it worked, bro. It worked. Continuing on the non-engine, 3 Ash, the 3 Thrust. I'm going to put these on the side because I want to describe more about it. 1 Talent, 3 Droplet was crazy. I didn't really see it that much today, but every time I did, I think against the Mitsu matchup, it was crazy, and against Draco Tail was crazy. What about you?
I didn't face Draco Tail today, so I didn't really actually get to use it for its main purpose. But against Yummy, when you have 3 Droplet in and 3 Tronus, that's almost an FTK sometimes. Depending on what your Yummy player does, sometimes they only set up 2 Snatchy. So you like Tronus 1, they summon back another Snatchy from Graveyard, and then you Droplet it, and it's over for them. Like, they just don't Synchro or do anything anymore. And then, like, theoretically in a Draco Tail, they attempt to Flame Thrust or, like, any of your actual, like, good spells, and you just Droplet send them. And so, like, you can, like, Lightning Storm, they attempt to flame it, chain Droplet send, and they just lose all their back row.
Dude, it was wild. I don't know. I love the Droplet. It was so versatile in every matchup, and I just think it benefited across the board. I do want to mention, too, I did show the talents in my deck. I played talents. That is probably the 1 card difference between my list and his list. He chose to play Callbiter Grave in the main. I chose to play talents in the main. Now, I don't think, to me, my explanation for talents is more reasonable for I can explain it more towards the thrust. It's a thrust target, but most of the time I think I've only thrusted for it like maybe once or twice. I didn't really do it that much, and then when I did see talents, it was just broken because it's a Saki one of. As far as for you to call by the grave, how did you think you needed talents instead, or did you want to keep the call by the grave?
Honestly, I felt more comfortable having the one of called by in my deck because the real big issue is this list is punishing like getting Fuad, Perulia, literally anything to like make us force a half board. So pretty much called by is your fourth way with Ash to stop a Fua, Perulia, or like Ash on like any of your stuff. And then you have like thrust for like the punish for the last card we have in the deck. So.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's continuing on to the non-engine. Right here we got the 3 Dominus Purge, 3 Imperm. This all seems pretty standard. We did cut out the Veiler because we started going into the droplets. As far as the last non-engine card was the Black Goat Laughs. Dude, this card was insane today. It was literally the GOAT. The Black Goat Laughs, bro. Like, I don't know. It was crazy. I loved it. Every time I saw it, it was just game ending. It was turn ending. And I'm actually sad that I didn't get to play this last YUMA Regionals.
Yeah, no, this card's
it was sick. Thrust is just insane. Pseudo starters, especially. For the last, like, 6 cards in the deck, I didn't really show them yet, but I'm pretty sure you guys already know. It goes a part of the engine is the 3 engage, 1 drones, 1 prosp, and 1 obedience school. This is all pretty self-explanatory. You should be playing it. Obedience School. If you're not playing it, you're behind. I'm just kidding. The deck was gas, bro. The deck was gas. I have no other. I wouldn't want to change anything. I think I would probably tweak it a little bit, especially for YCS Anaheim coming up, depending on how the results of Peru and or Lil and Lima. So we'll see how that goes.
Depending on how popular like Mitsu is and stuff like that, definitely
Absolutely.
Make a few changes.
Getting into the extra deck, a lot of it seems pretty standard. We got the 1 Amaraj, the 3 Snatchy, obviously all 3 Synchros, the 1 Starham. I only chose to play Starham with the Herald instead of playing the Metal Marcher. I found Starham more valuable, especially when I wanted to use it against my opponent offensively. I never really missed the Metal Marcher, I'll be honest. I did not miss the Metal Marcher. There are 4-card difference between our extra decks, and we'll go over it from there. But, I don't know, did you miss Metal Marcher? Did you prefer Starham? Like, how did you feel about it?
Low-key, I didn't have time to learn like all the new lines or anything like that, so playing Marcher was literally just like
your standard.
The kid in the booster seat, just like I know how this card works. I'm just gonna play it.
All right, then. For the last cards, Kagari, Onari. We're still playing the Onari because we like taking advantage of the Yummy Surprise. SP, and then this is where everything starts to change. I played Haggard, Psychic Blaster, Typhon. I know this is going to be a lot to take in. Haggard is mostly for me, for like Nibiru or any extra monsters that we have on our board. We can Haggard to empty our board out to have Obedience School live, and then we can Obedience School after that. This gives us a free draw. This is a Tronus target. Ideally should have been Arthalion, but I figured at this regional I thought maybe Vanquish Soul would still be popular, and of course it wasn't. I did face a couple canines, but that's pretty much it. And then Typhon, I feel like it's mandatory. Cards broken, cards needed, and you can play around it. As far as like his extra deck slots that he ended up playing, and the difference is he chose to play the Arthalion. And as Arthalion, I agree with it. I should have probably played Arthalion. He played the Metal Marcher. And then his Spice was 2 SP. How did you feel about that?
So on your end board, your actual like full end board, you make like an SP, a Herald, and like your Link 1 and a name. Well, in like grind games, specifically against like Dracotil and Mitsu, sometimes you don't get enough banishing on their turn or like actually getting rid of like good cards. So my thought process was, what if I just played a second SP? So my end board has an SP, and then back going into my turn, I make another SP, and like if Dracotil like set stuff, like if I get like Fimeted on my turn and I haven't used a Croaky yet, a Croaky pops one in the back row, SP gets rid of the other. It's literally just as simple as that. Like no like further explanations really needed for like SP. It's literally just getting rid of the stuff that sometimes Yummy struggles with, like back row, cards in graveyard sometimes, because Lollipop can only hit 1 at a time. So Mitsu sets up like a whole graveyard and you just stare at it.
Do you think you'll continue playing 2 SP going forward?
Probably not. It was more funny today than anything else. I like jump scared like 2 people with it. It was pretty funny though.
All right, then let's get it last into the side deck. Side decks. Obviously, I played the Call by the Grave in my side. He played the Talents in his side.
Yeah.
We chose to play 3 drill. It's pretty standard now because Mitsu's getting big. It's dependable whether if it's going to be mained or not because I don't know. It depends on what happens with Lima and Lil. So 2 Ghost Bell. Ghost Bell is just still pretty standard in the format. It's reliable for every single matchup. As a matter of fact, Harpies, 2 Lightning Storms. Why didn't we play 3 Lightning Storm? We just couldn't fit it, right?
Okay, it's a hard once per turn that like kind of sucks in a flame, and we have 3 slots, right? We're already playing like what's the card called? Thrust in the main. So we have like really good thrust targets into them.
Oh, so technically we have 5 Lightning Storms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
So,
or 4
side,
Harpies.
you're like higher up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. That's why I get it.
And you don't want to max out on a card that doesn't do anything.
Metatronus, obviously for the Arthalion or the Psychic Blaster. That's I don't know. I still think it's gas. Even for like the mirror match, is crazy. You have Tronus, even for lining it on the mirror, you're pretty much winning. For the last Floodgates and just gas cards, Judgment, there's a reason why I went to 1. D-Barrier, I think going forward I would want to play a couple more. I really felt that when it came to like Luna Light, Mitsu, and Arthalion, so I might bump that up. Anti-spells just get broken.
Oh yeah, that card's crazy.
Like it's auto game winning, just like Black Up. I got nothing else for the list. What else you got? Anything?
Nothing crazy. List played fine. Probably gonna tweak it a little bit, try to get it down to 40 maybe. It just depends if I keep Blacko in the main, because that's why the ratio is a little higher, because I don't want to draw it, I want to thrust into it for the most part. So it's like kind of like an awkward like catch-22 of I don't want to see it, but I want to thrust into it. So
yeah. All right, then. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And shout out to Toby. Shout out to all the little pandas. Shout out to all the homies. And see you guys next time.